Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a first impressions video on the new palettes from Alter Ego. So they were so kind and sent me the Blossom and the Canyon palette. So if you guys are interested in seeing swatches, how I created this eye look, and my first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I love posting first impressions, will I buy it, anti-hauls, and of course I just love to talk about if products are tan girl friendly, because when I first got on YouTube I had the hardest time finding videos from people with my skin tone. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, I would highly recommend subscribing to my channel and turning on that post notification bell, because I do upload every other day and I definitely wouldn't want you to miss any of my new uploads. So without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I was really excited when I saw that Alter Ego was coming out with two new palettes. I don't think they've ever launched two palettes together. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I have been receiving PR from them for quite some time and I was very excited to see what palettes they were kind of duping the vibes of. So when I saw it was like two perfect palettes for Valentine's Day, I got really excited for my audience. So today on my eyes, I mainly have the Blossom palette, which looks like this. And then they also did the Canyon palette, which is definitely like a neutral lover's dream eyeshadow palette. So I want to go ahead and swatch these palettes for you guys before I show you how I created this entire look. Everything else on my face will be linked down in my description box, so make sure you're checking there. I also have my earrings and my shirt and this necklace linked down there as well in case you guys are interested. And now let's get into the swatches. Okay, so here is the palette one more time. This packaging is so cute. That's the other thing I really like about Alter Ego and what sets them apart from other brands that kind of dupe the color stories of more high-end palettes, is that they actually give you like a little taste of luxury. I also forgot to give you guys a quick disclaimer. I know not everybody loves dupe brands. I personally had very strong feelings about it when I first got on YouTube, but I also, you know, grew up a little and realized that not everybody wants to spend $65 on an eyeshadow palette, just like not everybody wants to spend $12, $13, $2,000, $5,000 on a designer purse. And I've seen so many designer purse copycat brands. And so listen, everybody has their own moral compass. I totally understand. If this is not the content you're looking for, that's totally fine. You can totally skip out of this video. You don't need to watch it. If you don't like it, please don't watch it, to quote Mr. Manny MUA. Anyway, okay, so I just wanted to provide that disclaimer because I know not everybody's a fan, but that's okay. So here is what the palette looks like, and let's get to swatching. Now, I don't want to spoil it, but we definitely had some struggles here. So here is the first row. I do like that they give all the shades names. I'm not expecting this to swatch well. Oh gosh. And it's doing okay, but okay, so we have Peony, Azalea, Daisy, Calla, and Black Dahlia. I was struggling with that shade to begin with. That shade has no pigment. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys the shade. So over here we have Snapdragon, Fuchsia, Petunia, Lily, Lush, and then we have Violet, which is a matte purple. The shade Orchid is supposed to be like a shimmery purple, but I cannot get any pigmentation out of that. It looks like it's already got hard pan. Then we have the shade Petal, Rose, and Hibiscus. So there are the swatches of the Blossom palette. And then I just want to show you guys really quick. I don't like to show the palettes that they're kind of duping. I mean, they do reorganize the shades differently a little bit, but I definitely feel like, without giving too much away, the Natasha Denona one is much better quality. In this case, I've tried other Alter Ego palettes and usually I feel like they dupe the vibes pretty well. Usually it's not a formula dupe, but the color dupe. But with this palette, some of the shades are really lacking pigmentation. So I want to give you guys that warning straight up. If you're debating between the two, I know this is a little bit more of a pricey product. If you want to see like lots of pops, I would say go with Natasha, but this isn't even really my favorite Natasha Denona palette, so I'm really not the best person to convince you to buy it, but as you can see, her shimmers have just a little more punch to them, which I appreciate with the way I like to do my makeup. So that's the Blooms palette, and then we have the Canyon palette. So this one, I only tried to use this one shade in this palette on this eye look, and that one wasn't very impressive, but let's swatch the palette. If I get a lot of requests, I can definitely consider accommodating an eye look with this palette. But the Blooms let me down so hard that I'm not sure that I really want to get into it, but we'll see. So here's, these ones definitely have more pigmentation, so that's good. This shade in the bronze palette, the original, is a cream to powder, and I think they tried to do that, but I don't think it was very successful. But these three swatch really nice, so that gives me a little bit of hope. And let me tell you the shade names. So we have Mall, we have Desert Sun, and then we have Plateau, we have Scorch, and we have Expanse. And now I'm gonna swatch the next row. These metallics seem way more pigmented than the Blooms. You guys can see, I mean, I'm swatching it exactly how I swatched the other palettes, so I don't know why there's a difference there, but this feels, just based off swatches, it feels better. Okay, so here we have Blaze, which is a beautiful, rich bronze shade. Then we have Russet, Cliff, we have Cougar, and then we have Sear, which is like a beautiful, again, bronzy gold shimmer. Okay, so here is the last row. I think I'm way more impressed with this palette. I was thinking I was gonna be like 0 for 2, but we have a little bit more hope with this one. So this shade is called Earth. We have Coyote, Rattlesnake, Rust, and Desert Moon. So there are the swatches of the Canyon palette. And then here's the Blooms palette, in case you guys missed that. And then I do have the original Denona palette to show you guys. So here is what that one looks like. And here is what the Canyon palette looks like side by side. Honestly, I'm a little bit more impressed with this one. I wish I had used that on my eyes because I'd be curious. So I will try and either use this on my eyes and leave you guys a update in a comment down below, or I will actually film a video with that palette in action. I just want you guys to know as well, each of these palettes are $16 with 15 shades, and then they also launched a 12-piece brush set with a bag. They sent me the bag. I'll show you guys in a second. But this 12-piece brush set is $26. I originally purchased their eye brushes when they launched brush sets originally, and they were so good, so I'm so glad they sent me the brush set, and there's 12 brushes in here. You guys know I love affordable brushes because I don't like to spend a lot of money on eyeshadow brushes, even though they are an investment, and I do have some more expensive brushes in my collection. I just wanted to mention that. They also sent me their eyeshadow primer, which I have already, so I did already add their eyeshadow primer into my giveaway pile, but I like their eyeshadow primer and I think it's pretty affordable. It's like $6, and I'm also wearing an Alter Ego liquid lip. I really like these are so comfortable. I actually layered this because I wanted it to be nice and opaque on my lips, and it doesn't feel crumbly, it doesn't feel cakey or dry, so I do like this. I'm wearing the shade Vanity, and you guys know I love liquid lipsticks, so keep that in mind because I know not everybody likes liquid lipsticks, but I am wearing a liquid lipstick. And I decided to try out my Fenty cream blushes because I haven't really used these in a long time. So I'm wearing the shade Daiquiri Dip on my cheeks. I feel like I went very intense with the blush, but I know you guys don't mind. And then I'm also wearing the ABH highlighter. So I just decided to tell you guys all of that information. But now that you know kind of what's on my face, you've seen the swatches, let's go ahead and get into how I created this eye look. Okay, so I've really been in the mood for Valentine's for some weird reason. So I've already prepped my eyes and I'm gonna go into the Blooms palette. I actually used my Love palette the other day and I just was feeling like using it because I don't know, I hadn't used it in a while, so I was excited. I also put all the brushes they sent me in this so cute mug. It says, "Women support women," which is like one of my favorite things ever. And I also love these brushes. You guys know I love the Alter Ego brushes, and I love a good brush set when there's a ton of eye brush options. So I'm going to be using these today. So I'm just looking at the crease brushes. Looks like we have some like flat shader type brushes as well that I like to use kind of to blend. So I think I'm going to go into this one. It's called the Alter Ego number 6. I just painted my nails. I swear I used the Lights Lacquer bottom coat and top coat. I'm not sure I'm a fan. Also, my nails have just been in such a crappy situation because I had acrylics and I took them off, and anyway, whatever. So I kind of want to do something like purple because of this tank. But oh my gosh, it's so hard to decide. Like, I feel like I always have an idea in my head, and then when I come sit down, I'm like, ooh, should I play with this? Should I play with this? Okay, let's go into this shade called Peony. It's like a light pink shade, and I'm just dusting my brush with it. I'm going to place it in the crease. Oh, this is so pretty. Such a pretty pink color. So I put that pink shade down on my crease and kind of all over the lid. Now I'm going to go into the shade Azalea, which is the kind of terracotta pinky red shade in the next pan, and I'm just going to blend that in to that lighter shade, and that is sitting really nicely on top of my original shade. You see the difference? It kind of like brightened it up a bit. Oh, this is so pretty. I feel like I can just do like such a soft, girly eyeshadow look. I don't know why. All of a sudden, all the pink drops and all the fun like Valentine's collections have just made my heart so happy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker. Who knows? Okay, I want to go into the shade Rose with the same brush, and I'm just going to stick that on the outer half of the crease. Okay, now I'm going to switch to this brush. It's like a shader, but it's also fluffy, so I think I can blend with it, and I'm going to go into the shade Violet, which literally looks like it's the color of my shirt, and I'm using that to deepen up the outer corner. This color feels really light. Ooh, I'm not sure I like that. That color, not my favorite purple. It's literally blending away. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We don't like that. Okay, let me try the shade Lush. It's like a darker red brown shade. See if that works. Wow, the dark colors are not, they're not doing good. Let me try the shade, should I try the shade Expanse from the Canyon palette? I think they tried to make this their cream to powder, because in the bronze palette it is a cream to powder formula. That's picking up strange on the brush. Okay, I went from really liking my crease to now it being a mess because of me trying to deepen it up. So I'm gonna stop and I'm just gonna blend. I'm gonna blend out the deep shade, and then I'm just gonna smack a nice shimmer on top and call it good. Okay, let's see here. So we have some different options. I think I'm gonna go with fuchsia on like the inner half, and then maybe blend some orchid into the outer half. So from what I remember when I used my Natasha palette, her shimmers definitely packed more of a punch. So I'm not 100% impressed with this formula, I'm not gonna lie. Like that orchid shade, which is like the deeper shade, is hardly picking up on my hands. This is disappointing. I am really surprised because usually usually they perform better than this. Wow, I am shocked. This is not good how this eye look is turning out. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my under eyes. I'm gonna see if I can get more pigment from the metallics onto my lid so I can finish up this eye look, finish up my base, and I'll be right back to share my thoughts with you guys. Okay guys, so here is the final look. Obviously, I had this eyeshadow look on when I filmed the intro to this video. That's kind of the hard thing about filming the eye look first and then doing your intro and outro, because you already kind of have an idea of how you feel about the palettes, but I don't want to give it away too soon and make it seem like I had like my mind made up already. But honestly, I kind of do have my mind made up, at least about this Blooms palette. I am actually really shocked at how badly this did on my eyes. I mean, I can definitely make it work. As you can see, I did pull off an eye look. I think this is beautiful. It's very subdued and just like perfect for the time of year. Like, I'm feeling the Valentine's vibes. I'm sure you guys can tell. Like, look at these earrings. I've just been feeling the hearts and the reds and the pinks, so I was so excited that they did this dupe because I thought, what a perfect gift to ask for or gift to one of your friends for Valentine's Day. But honestly, this palette, I'm so disappointed. Like, some of these shades, it was like so hard to get any pigmentation out of this. Now, I haven't seen anybody else's reviews of this palette, so I don't know if I just got a crappy palette or if they're all crappy. This is just my opinion, so I'm just letting you guys know I would not buy this palette. Like, unless you really just like the color story and you like really subtle makeup, because like I said, you can make this work. It's just that I like my eyeshadows to be very creamy and punchy, and I love the mattes to just be like very opaque and blend and creamy, so that could just be my preference, but I'm not a fan of this palette at all. So I'm just gonna get that off my chest. I do like the eyeshadow brushes, and I'm really excited to continue trying this brush set. Like I said, you guys know I love affordable brushes, so I'm very excited to play with these face brushes. I used cream products on my face today, so I didn't want to get these ones dirty. I just used the brushes I always use for cream, but I will definitely keep you guys updated on those brushes in another video. As far as the Canyon palette, I do regret not putting this on my eyes because it definitely would have given me an idea of how at least some of these shadows performed. But the swatches are promising, so I will either use this off camera or on camera in another video, and I will give you guys my thoughts because, you know, every month at the end of the month I film a rankings video, and that's usually how I give you guys like reviews and thoughts on my palettes once I've used them a few more times. So I just want to let you guys know that. So those were all the new products from Alter Ego that I tried in this video. I have used their liquid lipsticks time and time again in other videos, but I just wanted to mention them because I think the liquid lipsticks are so nice. I love the packaging. It's so nice and bougie. And like I said, this is the shade I have on today. No regrets there. So that is my video on the new Alter Ego palettes and the brush set. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. These products were sent to me, so I just want to give you guys that disclaimer. I do have a code with them. It's Karen10. It saves you 10%. I don't make any commission off of that code, just so you guys know. I always want to be 100% transparent with you guys, so that just saves you guys money. I don't get any kickback from that code, which is totally fine. And yeah, just want to let you guys know that. Other than that, I think that's everything that I wanted to say to you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and let me know if you picked up these palettes. How has your experience been so far? I love hearing what you guys think of these products in the comment section because it gives me more context as to what people like, what people don't like, you know, just so that I can learn from you guys as well. But that is it, guys. I will see you in my next video soon.